Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Sassy and today I'll be showing you how to beat all the side Easter eggs in the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies map Chili's Zombies Beta. I've already made a separate video on how to do the main Easter egg and how to build the shield, so go check that out if you need help. And now without further ado, let's get into it. To start this Easter egg, you will need to first find the secret room behind the large green poster in the hotel. Note the writing on the wall. The tally marks are the way in. Find the tally marks next to the door to the dining area of the hotel and knife all the tallies quickly. Then quickly run through the doors 1, 5, and 3 in that order. You will be teleported to the back rooms. Interact with the fish on the ground. To escape the back rooms, find the text on the walls and interact with them in the order found in the secret room. Stop looking can be either first or last, then the divine number 153 and it permeates existence. Then head back to the area that contained the fish and pick up element 153. You will then be teleported back to the hotel. Head to room 235 and you will see the room number change to 153. Open the door and you can pick up 1,530 points from the pedestal on the left. Whoever opens the door for 235 will receive a free pack-a-punch on the gun that they are holding. If you've opened up the room with the fish, you may have noticed the pedestal that says set your Pareidolia free to unlock this reward. To do this, all you need to do is interact with all the following 3 sets of items to spell out 153. The first is found in the Chili's logo by the elevator. Interact with the first chili, then the 5th, then the 3rd. Next, find the 3 pages containing binary. The 1 is found in the oil expansion room. The 5 is found against the wall behind the shield building table, and the 3 is found by the doors to outside by the Chili's bathrooms. The last 3 are found in the hotel. Interact with the 1 on the paper behind the reception desk, the 5 on the carpet across the room from the reception desk, and the 3 on the box at the bar. You can do these in any order and can start interacting with any of them at any time. Once you've interacted with all 3 sets correctly, you can collect the gold shield reward in the fish room. You may need to pick up a new shield for the gold shield to show up. If you open up the room with the fish, you may have noticed the pedestal that says discover the meaning of April 4th to unlock this reward. To do this, find the calendar that says huge cocks and throw a grenade to open it up. Then shoot the 4th on the calendar. The calendar won't show up until after you beat the main Easter egg. You will now need to find 3 artifacts and place them on their spots in the wall next to the calendar. The first artifact is the head of Walter Whitey and can be found on the stove in the kitchen. The next artifact is found by interacting with the Jeff Bezos picture found on the table in the hallway with Mule Kick. Interact with him again to obtain the $19 Bezos totem. And the last artifact can be obtained by finding and shooting 153 on all the clocks around the map. There are 4 clocks in Chili's. 1 is by the back exit above the window, 1 is on the wall at the bar, 1 is above the door to the kitchen, and 1 is on the wall between the 2 bathrooms. And there are 3 clocks in the hotel. 1 clock is found to the right of the reception desk, 1 clock is to the right of the bar, and the last clock is to the left of Mule Kick. Once you've shot all clocks, an image of old Zucky Zuck will show up. Head outside by Speed Cola and shoot the large image of Zuck. Then pick up the 153 Zuck totem. Once you've collected all 3 artifacts and placed them in their spots, interact with the area again to receive your reward. You will be teleported to Mitchell's birthday party and you can pick up this cool looking sword from the birthday cake. You can also pick up a free max ammo from the pedestal in room 235. You can also obtain a free Deadshot from the bartender in the hotel. After you've delivered the burger to the guy in room 237, talk to the bartender again. He will tell you that he has too much Deadshot on his hands and that he can't drink them all. Interact with him again once he finishes talking to obtain a free Deadshot. Completing the main Easter egg unlocks the teleporter. When you take the teleporter, you'll be teleported first to this red room. At one end of the room is an Among Us doll. Interact with the doll to start the Among Us side Easter egg. You will now need to find and shoot the 18 Among Us dolls hidden around the map. They are located in the following locations. The first one you'll see is to the right of Pack-a-Punch. There are 3 Among Us dolls outside Chili's. 1 is on top of the Chili's main entrance, 1 is on the sign above Quick Revive, and 1 is on the phone tower thing above Speed Cola. There are 3 dolls inside of Chili's. 1 is underneath the table by the Raygun, 1 is in the left bathroom to the left of Electric Cherry, and 1 is in the kitchen in the glass cabinet to the right of the oil room. And there are 11 dolls in the hotel. 1 is on the table as you exit the elevator, 1 is above the fireplace, 1 is in the nook at the reception area, 1 is on the railing above 237, 1 is behind the wall to the right of 237, You can either shoot it through the wall or knife the wall to open it up. One is above double tap in the area with the teleporter. There are 2 on the stage, 1 on each side. One is in the boarded up bathroom to the left of Widow's Wine. One is behind the bar, and there is one in the bathroom above the door. Once you've shot all 18 dolls, head back to the Chili's and interact with the Among Us guy in the ceiling. You'll be teleported to your own personal party. Enjoy the show. Once it's over, you'll be teleported back to the stage area, and you'll be rewarded with a fire sale, free perk, and a max ammo.
Green light.
You may have noticed the cards around the map with the 3 shapes. There are 13 cards hidden around the map. You will need to first find and pick up all 13 cards. They are found at spawn, on the ground to the right of the Shiva wall-by, on the ground outside near where the jump pad shows up, on the ground behind the truck by Speed Cola. One is in the back corner of the outside dining area. One is on the table by the bathrooms and the aisle with jug. One is in the sink in the kitchen. One is to the right of the radio at the Chili's bar. One is on the circular table to the right of the VMP wall-by. One is in the maintenance room in the hand of the guy on the ground. One is behind the reception desk in the hotel. One is in the hotel dining room on the chair by the sickle wall-by. One is to the left of Meal Kick next to the clock. And one is in the trash can in the hotel bathroom. Once you've collected all 13 Squid Game cards, the nearest phone will ring. Answer it. The Game Master will ask you if you'd like to join the Squid Game. Interact with the phone again. He will give you a verification code that you will need to input before you can play. You will want to have your subtitles turned on for this step in order to obtain the code. There are 7 phones around the map, each with a number next to them. Press the phones in the order given by the Game Master. Phone 1 is found outside near the jump pad. Phone 2 is at the Chili's desk by the entrance. Phone 3 is found by Jug next to the Strike Team console. Phone 4 is in the kitchen. Phone 5 is behind the reception desk in the hotel. Phone 6 is in the hallway opposite of where Meal Kick is. And phone 7 is found next to the hotel bar. If you input the incorrect code, you will need to return to the starting phone to obtain a new code. Once you have correctly inputted the code, return to the starting phone and interact with it again to be teleported to the Squid Game. You will now have to play red light, green light. If you were seen by the man at the end, you will be eliminated. Make it to the end to win. If no player wins, you will be able to replay the game next round. The winning prize pot of 10,000 points is split between all players who make it to the end. On the Chili's bar right behind Pack-a-Punch, there should be a small cat statue. If there isn't, walk up to the bar to make it show up. This cat shows up after activating the jump pad for the maintenance room. This is part of the main Easter egg, so if you don't know how to do that, go check out my video on it. Interact with the cat to start a 3-second timer. You will need to locate and shoot the cat that appears on one of the tables near the bar before the timer runs out. Do this a total of 7 times. Once you've successfully shot all 7 cats, you will have 6 seconds to interact again with the starting cat. Then pay the cat 2,000 points to have IHop delivered. Once you've bought your IHop, run outside and look into the sky above the Chili's. You should see a small package falling from the sky. Pay attention to where it falls, and then quickly head inside and grab the delivery before this floating TV guy does. If you fail, you will need to pay another 2,000 points to deliver another IHop. Successfully picking up the delivery will give you a reward. The rewards range from a free weapon, to a free perk, to a random power-up, to points, or to absolutely nothing. You can have IHop delivered as many times as you want. Interact with the typewriter in the reception area of the hotel multiple times until the vases at the staircase start lighting up and beeping. Pay attention to which vases light up and knife them in the order given. Knifing them correctly will give you a free power-up. You can only do this once per round, and each time you do it, the order will become more difficult. Find the poster that says, "Ever Dream This Band," and interact with it. This poster will show up after you've opened up the jump pad to the maintenance room. You will now need to find and shoot the 5 photos that look like the man in the poster, but be aware that there are also 5 decoy photos. If you shoot the wrong photo, you will have to start over, and then the locations of the photos will change. The photos are located to the left of the table closest to the Chili's bathrooms. There is one in the flowers under the zombies poster. One is on top of the shelves in the window by the back entrance. One is behind the bus that's on fire at spawn. One is to the left of Speed Colo on the other side of the generator. One is under the table not far from the shield building table near the caution wet floor sign. One is in the oil room to the left of the oil chamber. One is in the right bathroom in the urinal by the McDonald's poster. One is on the counter in the bathroom with electric cherry. And one is in the hole in the ceiling of the maintenance room. After you've shot all 5 photos, head back to the poster to collect a thunder gun. open up the bathroom in the hotel and knife the door to the toilet room. You will hear someone talking on the other side of the door. Once they finish talking, knife the door again. The door will open, revealing the Big Chungus. Once the door closes, head back upstairs to Chili's and see the MasterPass commercial playing. Once the ad finishes, a vase will spawn in the Pack-a-Punch area. Knife the vase to reveal the MasterPass. Pick it up. You will now be able to create a portal between the hotel and Chili's. To do this, you will first need to collect souls for the summoning orbs found in the 2 bathrooms. One is found in the downstairs bathroom of the hotel, where you saw the Big Chungus. If you interact with the door, it'll open, revealing a large summoning orb. Collect enough souls and it'll create one side of the portal. The second is found in one of the 2 bathrooms upstairs. I've seen it in both bathrooms, so just find the stall with the glowing blue light and interact with it. Then fill it with souls until the other side of the portal opens. Once both sides are complete, you can now teleport between the hotel and Chili's for free. You can also knife all of the McDonald's posters. There are 7 posters to knife. One is found to the left of the window by the back entrance of Chili's, one is on the wall across from the Chili's bar, one is to the right of Stamina, there is one to the right of the door that leads to power, one is to the right of the power switch, one is in the maintenance room, and one is in the right bathroom by the urinals. Knifing all the posters will play a special video on the Chili's TV. After jumping in the oil, you'll be teleported to the black and white hallway. Knocking on the doors 1, 5, and 3 in that order and heading to the end of the hallway will give you a reward. This can only be done the first time you arrive at the hallway. Knife the piano in the hotel dining room 3 times. This will cause Samantha's Ballad by Brian Tooby to play. Once the song finishes playing, a random power-up will spawn on the piano. Once you've obtained the keycard from the bartender, use it on the PC near the Chili's bathrooms to unlock it. Interact with the PC again to play Sussy Fuel. This will cause a fake crash and music will start playing. Once the music finishes, head back to the PC and keep interacting with it until Access Denied shows up on the PC screen. You will now need to find 3 posters around the map and throw a grenade at them to determine the room number. There are 14 possible spawn locations for the posters. They are either on the half wall to the right of the PC, in the kitchen to the right of the oil code lock, in the Pack-a-Punch area against the blue cabinet, at the entrance of Chili's, in the right bathroom at Chili's on the stall door, in the left bathroom on the stall door, next to Speed Cola, in the gold room behind the chair by the sickle wall by, in the gold room to the right of the stage, on the stage behind the circular thing to the right, in the hotel bathroom, in the blocked hallway next to the reception desk, above the fireplace on the mantle, or to the right of Meal Kick. Once you've blown up the 3 posters, head to room 236 and open up the door to reveal your reward, the Rimiru's Tempest. Be warned though, this gun has the most disgusting firing sound in the history of zombie maps. And don't forget to pick up your free Raygun from one of the tables at Chili's. And that's it. I'll be doing more Easter egg guides in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.